Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Terrell Andretti, and I'm the Narc's Nemesis. For those of y'all watching me on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That helps YouTube's algorithm pick up this content and push it out to more people that need it. Somebody liked it for you, so make sure you like it for somebody. If you need a one-on-one phone session, the link is down below in the video description. If you need to talk, if you need to vent, if you need advice custom-made and tailor-fitted to your situation, please make sure you book a session. I do all states, all cities, all time zones, all countries, so do not let that deter you from booking a session. My single Superstition is out now on all streaming platforms. It is also available here on the channel. It also features a voicemail of my ex-narc trying to hoover me. I can't even get it out, and I ain't going for it. Superstition is also featured on the movie Becky soundtrack and also in the movie, so it's streaming on Amazon Prime, so y'all make sure y'all check that out. It is about my narcissistic experience. It is about overcoming narcissism and just standing up for what you believe in. So y'all make sure y'all help me stream that song, push it out to people you know, send it to somebody, forward it, tell them to check it out. Y'all have the power to make this a nationwide thing, not just so I can go platinum or go to the Grammys or whatever the case is, but to get a message out that we all stand for, and that is overcoming narcissism, that is overcoming manipulation, that is overcoming years, months, and sometimes even decades of abuse. That's what that song stands for to me, and I would like that to go on a global level if possible, and y'all have the power to do so by sharing and streaming and etc. So I would appreciate it. But anyway, today I want to talk to y'all about how to expose a narcissist. How to expose a narcissist. The answer is very simple. It's complex, but it's simple. The way that you expose a narcissist: after discard, whether you discard them or they discard you, but especially if you discard them, which it hurts more, doesn't make it any less that you have any less value or anything like that. It just stings so much more, and you have the absolute power when you discard these jackass supremes with extra cheese. But anyway, when you leave them, the way to expose them is simply moving on and healing. Nothing exposes somebody's poor character, poor integrity, poor choices, poor decision making, poor priorities of a person's heart, feelings, and just possession of that person, the experience of that person. Nothing exposes how somebody fumbled a good person, how somebody lost a good person, how somebody was so prideful, how somebody was so envious, lying and cheating. Then the person healing, moving on, and bossing up after a relationship. See, and it seems so simple, and y'all have been so fucked up that y'all think just revenge is, oh well, you know, I gotta hit up the new girlfriend or the new boyfriend and let them know they ain't shit. I gotta do this. I got all this toxic shit that you done inherited. And I'm not saying you're right or wrong for doing this, but some people don't feel validated unless they do it. That's where the problem lies. And I mean, I don't feel like it's a bad thing for wanting to, because you're human. You have feelings, you have, natural human reactions. But the thing is, not feeling satisfied unless you go that route. Because once you start really healing, I'm not saying every now and then you ain't gonna have to fold somebody's clothes while they still in them. But what I'm saying is, if you feel like that's the only thing that'll bring you validation and solace, then we get stuck there. And I have a video called Outcome-Based Healing. You know what I mean? And it describes that some of y'all can't heal because y'all are only willing to heal depending on the outcome of the narcissist, depending on the outcome of their karma, depending on what happens to them, depending on if they suffer in a certain way, depending on if they lose their new supply. Whatever the case is, your healing is dependent on the outcome. And that's where you get stuck, because what if their karma doesn't come in the timeline that you expected? Because not all karma comes right back to get somebody. Sometimes it has to brew up real nice, and you know, sometimes things have to be put together in order for it to be served properly. And a lot of y'all don't have that patience, or you think you might have that time to just be sitting around and waiting on that shit to happen. But that's deterring your healing. That's prolonging your process. So the thing is, when you start healing, and somebody asked me in the comments a while ago, what does do the work mean? Doing the work means going to therapy. Doing the work means self-improvement, going to the gym, getting back to doing hobbies, things that you love, setting goals and accomplishing them, whether they're big or small. That's what doing the work is. Rebuilding yourself and pouring into yourself so you can become a healthier version of yourself. When you become that healthier version, you're going to go through so much hell rebuilding that part of yourself. You'll be damned if anybody or any condition comes and hinders that. So you'll develop a little backbone about yourself. You'll develop some nuts. You'll develop some kind of fortitude about yourself. So when you do these things, you're less likely to be manipulated again, because you're going to be like, hold up, I done been through this shit before. I made it through this shit, and I don't have to put up with this shit again. So you're going to be quicker to cut that shit off. You're going to cut it at the gate, because you're going to, man, I seen this already. I ain't got to deal with this shit. Oh, I'm good, because you're not finna come over here and fuck up what I got going on. You're not going to let it get to a point where you're abused and you're watching narcissistic videos. You're going to know what's up off top, and you're going to dead toxic relationships before they even get started. That's the point you want to be at. So when you start healing, when you start glowing up, see, they done smeared your name. They done told people you the bad guy. They done told people you're the cheater, you're the liar, you're the manipulator, you're the abuser. Who gives a shit? Because as I stated in other videos, the people that they are telling this to, they have no direct correlation in your life, 9 times out of 10. A lot of the times y'all are worried about what their family thinks. Again, it's their fucking family. You need to be detached from them anyway. You know, unless y'all have children together, and even then, you still don't have to socialize with them like that. If, you know, y'all have kids, keep them at their arm's reach. But what happens is y'all get so caught up in what everybody else thinks. Who gives a shit? Because if you live for the cheers, you will die by the boos. What that means is, if you keep living for it, if everybody praises you, everybody notices what you're doing, or if everybody gives you acknowledgement, or whether they, congratulate you or whatever, when they don't, you won't be able to fucking function. So the thing is, you have to be able to function whether people are congratulating you or not. When you on your purpose, when you entrepreneuring, and you focus on a goal, it's gonna be a period where it's quiet, where ain't nobody congratulating you, ain't nobody clapping, people don't give a shit about what you're doing, you're not making no noise, you trying as hard as you can, you putting in major work, and it's just not clicking. You're gonna have to be strong enough to work through that and push forward, knowing when this shit pop, it's gonna pop. And them same motherfuckers that was quiet, y'all gonna have to acknowledge me. Like Roman Reigns say, acknowledge me. You gonna have to, because you've been putting in you've been putting in so much work, you've been planting so many seeds, they can't help but notice your fruit. Because you done took that time to plant the seeds, you've been watering your seeds, you've been placing stuff, you've been setting things up, and after a while, they not gonna have no choice. See, y'all gotta get to the point where stop talking to people, stop over-explaining yourself, stop catering to people's opinions, stop trying to look a certain way for people that don't even give a damn about you, and let your results speak. Let the results speak. When you go into the gym, you're not telling people, man, I'm finna get swollen a motherfucker. Nah, keep your mouth closed, keep going to the gym. They gonna notice. Even if they don't say nothing, they see it. It's the same thing with dealing with a narcissist and healing from narcissistic abuse. You don't have to respond to every damn comment. You don't have to respond to every damn word or phrase or, attack or comment that people have to say about you, because that shit is going to get exhausting, because you're going to get talked about till the day you die. You ain't never going to be able to satisfy everybody. Somebody is always going to talk about your ass. Fuck them. The thing is, you prove people wrong by action. See, right now, they got a lot to say. The flying monkeys, the people they smeared your name, they got a lot to say. Because first off, you're not getting to tell your side of the story, which is cool. You don't need to tell your side of the story all the time. Your actions is going to speak to that. Also, you ain't did the work yet. Once you start going to that gym, like I tell everybody, but especially my guys, get your big ass in the gym, work out, transform that body into something that motherfucker gonna miss, into something that motherfucker is going to regret. Get in that gym. Get on your goals. Focus on your goals. Start creating. Start accomplishing. Start building. When you focus on these things, you will find fulfillment within yourself that you thought you had in that narcissist. You're going to find fulfillment in yourself that you never thought you would see, that you never thought you would feel. And it's going to keep you focused to the point where you're not even going to give a damn if they see it or not. The feeling of being complete without somebody, because this is our problem too. A lot of us, we feel incomplete unless we're with somebody. And that needs to be worked on. That's because you feel like you yourself, by yourself, is not enough. So you have to start pouring into yourself to where you become enough, because you are enough on your own. When somebody comes into your life, they have to come to add to it. I don't need no motherfucker to come complete me. Add to it, just like I'm supposed to add to their life. Stop looking for motherfuckers to complete y'all, because all that's doing, I need somebody to complete me. You avoiding the fucking work that needs to be done, because nobody can complete you, and your happiness is nobody's responsibility but your own. But when you start doing that work, when you start going to the gym, you start building that business, you start getting them contracts, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, whatever it is that you're interested in doing, when people see that you were able to accomplish these things after you left this individual, it speaks for itself. Because they're going to start looking, because guess what? The narcissist is stuck in a cycle, which means they're going to continue to repeat and repeat and repeat the same shit over and over again. So after about the third or fourth motherfucker that they said is they fault, this fault, they did that, they cheated, they lied, they whatever, people might not even speak on it, but they're going to be aware now. They're going to notice now. Man, they said this shit about such and such too, and they done went on, started a business, they on TV now, they doing music, they doing whatever, but they weren't able to do it until they left this person, which is the narcissist. They weren't able to glow up. They weren't able to boss up. They weren't able to level up until they left that individual. And see, your evidence speaking for itself without saying a word, because while you bossing up, they still doing the same shit over and over again with different people. I guarantee you, and I'm willing to bet anything, right now, it is October. It is August 17th in Houston, 2024. I broke up with this lady in 2021, Halloween. I guarantee you, if I were to call her right now, there is some dude in Houston, Texas that is sick and tired of her shit. And it is the same exact shit that she was trying to do and did to me. The story don't change, the people do. So I'm saying all that to say, let your boss up, let your glow up, let your level up speak for itself. Put the feelings in your back pocket for right now. You can deal with that. You can cry at home after you go complete some fucking goals. You can cry at home after you get out of the gym. You can cry at home after you go take that course, after you build that business. Let your goals do the talking. I ain't explaining shit to nobody. Watch this. Hold my beer. To be continued. That's all the talking that you need to do. Fuck all that other shit. What you explaining, the shit that you've been explaining for 12 years, 15 years, 10 years, they already know. Let your boss up speak for itself, because they have no choice but to notice this person is doing the same shit they was doing 10 years ago. This person done left and leveled the fuck up. Now you unreachable. The goal is to become unreachable. Motherfucker, you can't even get my contact. You can't even get in contact with a contact that can contact me. I'm unreachable now. Number's still the same. You can't reach me. I'm not taking no calls. I'm not taking no new appointments. That's where you want to get to where that motherfucker cannot reach you. You are not qualified to talk to me anymore. You don't have the credentials to speak to me anymore. That's the point you need to get to. Level the fuck up. And I guarantee you, all that smear campaign shit, they might not come to you and admit it to you face to face, but they know. Because this ain't their first rodeo. The narcissist been doing that shit for fucking years. Years before you met them, and they're gonna be doing it years after you. Let your boss up, let your work, let your grind do the talking. Fuck all that back and forth. 50 Cent and Ja Rule shit, Tupac and Biggie shit, all that back and forth. Let your hustle, let your grind, let your healing do the talking. Stop going back and forth with these motherfuckers. You are not a pendulum. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I went way over this video, but it is what it is. It was a good one. Like, comment, subscribe. If you need a one-on-one phone session, the link is down below in the video description. If you need to talk, if you need a vent, if you need advice custom-made and tailor-fitted to your situation, make sure you book a session. I do all cities, states, countries, and time zones. Do not let that deter you from booking a session. The link is in the video description. Superstition is out now on all streaming platforms. It features a voicemail of my ex-narc trying to hoover me, and I ain't going for it. Superstition is also available here on the channel, and it's also featured in the movie Becky that's streaming on Amazon Prime. So y'all go check that out. Until next time, can't even breathe. Another day, another way. You ain't gotta listen, but I know you heard me.